mighty push.
Woman who previously bashed Kevin Gates claims he told her he is legally separated.
I want to make one thing very clear. I would never with a married man. This man told me he's legally separated, so that's that. I simply came onto this platform to express how I feel because I have every right to feel the way that I do.
Yes, you do.
And to any other women that are going through the same thing, it's okay to stand up for yourself.
That's true.
Dealing with men that manipulate, gaslight, lie, all of that. I'm sick of it all. I'm sick of this man leading me on this whole time. Mm-hmm. You know, I in the beginning, I obviously believed everything, but as time progressed, I started to peep all of his bullshit. And again, like I said, I knew what I was getting myself into dealing with the rapper.
Doesn't seem like it.
I know there's going to be other girls around, but it's just the way he went about this situation that was real. I want to make one thing respectful. And now I'm getting threats from his team, from Miss Alvina, the same woman that was just applauding us last week because she was so happy to see us together and wanting to get a house together, and even asked if you could live in the guest house. Now you're mad at me for expressing how I feel? Now you hate me all of a sudden. People obviously didn't know what me and him had going on. I'm very private.
Not private enough because you just brought everything to light. Now you're reacting because, as I told you in the first reaction, keep your private business private.
Just believed everything that came out of that man's mouth, and that's my fault. I take accountability for that.
Doesn't sound like it.
Lesson learned, and that's all I really have to say. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hey.
Where you at?
At home.
Oh, come here. You come here.
It's respectful. You know how I feel about you. You don't even take my feelings into consideration. Like, it's are you guys back with each other?
I told you we can't have sex till marriage. I'm about to give me some rest, to be honest with you. I'm gonna work out in the morning.
Yeah, and this is the last time you're gonna hear from me.
Ain't that DJ Chose over there? Look like DJ Chose.
I don't know. I don't think I can. But he put that in front of his song. That boy Yates. That boy Yates crying with him, man. Let's see.
I hope you get it back.
It's honestly just sick how I...
Okay, yeah, this was the original video. Go check out my reaction if you see what, you know. All right, let's go back to this. I kind of want to hear this all over.
I want to make one thing very clear. I would never with a married man. This man told me he's legally separated, so that's that.
You did not do your research. He told you. You went with it. Okay.
I simply came onto this platform to express how I feel because I have every right to feel the way that I do.
You do. And everybody else has a right to respond to it however they want to because you brought it to the public.
And to any other women that are going through the same thing, it's okay to stand up for yourself.
And it's also okay for other people to react to or say stuff when you bring it out to public. Don't, just understand it's a two-way street.
Dealing with men that manipulate, gaslight, lie, all of that. I'm sick of it all. I'm sick of this man leading me on this whole time. You know, I in the beginning, I obviously believed everything, but...
By the way, I'm not supporting men, cheating or leading, whatever that she's saying, you know what I'm saying? Just let's keep going.
As time progressed, I started to peep all of his bullshit. And again, like I said, I knew what I was getting myself into dealing with the rapper. I know there's going to be other girls.
Okay. That part. You clearly didn't know what you were getting into. You keep saying you knew what you were getting into, but then keep saying you didn't know. So did you know or didn't you know? You know what I'm saying?
Around, but it's just the way he went about this situation that was real. I want to make one thing very, and now I'm getting threats from his team.
So it's the way he went about it, right? So you don't have a problem with him as you said, cheating or whatever you're claiming. It's just the way he went about it. All right.
From Miss Alvina, the same woman that was just applauding us last week because she was so happy to see us together and wanting to get a house together, and even asked if you could live in the guest house. Now you're mad at me for expressing how I feel?
Please, nobody should be mad at her for expressing how she feels. Please.
Now you hate me all of a sudden.
Please don't hate her.
People obviously didn't know what me and him had going on.
Yes, and now you brought it to the forefront, and everybody now is in your business, and clearly you don't like it because you're trying to, respond to it. This is your fault.
I'm very private. I just believed everything that came out of that man's mouth, and that's my fault. I take accountability for
Love to hear it. Love to see it. To a certain degree, because it don't sound like you totally taking accountability, but okay.
that. Lesson learned, and that's all I really have to say.
This is diabolical right here.
Salam alaikum.
Hey,
Where you at?
at home.
Oh, come here. You come here.
Diabolical.
Disrespectful. You know how I feel about you. You don't even take my feelings into consideration. Like, it's are you guys back with each other?
I told you we can't have sex till marriage. Mother.
Diabolical, man. Yo, anyway, man, with this situation, bro, it's obvious it's not in day. Now, no offense, but why do I feel like, mind you, this is just from my perspective, why do I feel like she's trying to show her goodies while she's doing this? She's, why is the camera not up? Why is it, I know we probably just want to look good on camera. I don't know, but you don't seem to be as conservative as, you say. Mind you, I'm not trying to bash you. If any man is cheating, I do not support cheating. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, if, anybody, male, female, whoever is cheating, leave, split. You know what I'm saying? Don't take that from nobody. But also don't bring it to the public front for everybody. Because at the end of the day, as I've said multiple times, once you do that, it's a public relationship. Now everybody's in the relationship with you, right? And, that's kind of, I know. But no, oh girl, she beautiful. Kind of about to say she ain't beautiful, right? She beautiful, you know what I mean? But hey, I don't, beyond that, I don't even, to be honest, I ain't even got much to say past that because it just seemed like she didn't know what she was really getting into. She thought she did, but she didn't, you know what I mean? And if Gates is out here finessing, talking about he's legally separated and all that good stuff, but then again, if he's separated, right? That's the thing. Whether it's legal or not, if they separated, separated. They're not together. If they're not working on, if they're separated, they separate. I don't, legal or not, if there's no love there, you know what I mean? If you care about, I don't know, whatever. Me personally, I'm, kind of over it at this point. But, you know what we do, react to trending topics. And clearly this is trending. All right, let's go on to something else. By the way, yo, let me know what y'all think about it. Of course, and don't forget, hit that subscribe button. And, yeah, let's keep going. Okay. Look at this. This is insane right here. This man stopped traffic just to record a freestyle. This is insane right here. I can't believe this shit. I can't believe this right here. I ain't gonna lie. This is insane. Is this real or is this a sketch? I mean, clearly it's real, bro. What? I am about to play the thing because I ain't trying to get no copyright, but they might literally stop traffic to you know what I mean? That's crazy, though. I ain't gonna lie. If I would have won behind this jump, bro, I don't know how I feel, bro. Man, what? We like, you stopped in the train. You like, yo, someone died up front? Nah, a rapper out there freestyling. What? Nah, a rapper is up there freestyling. So you trying to tell me you stop all this traffic for a freestyle? This shit ain't illegal? What the fuck going on? Right? Because if he had the police escort and stuff, that maybe that's, I guess, I don't. But this is crazy right here, bro. This is insane right here, bro. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you. I'll lose my shit. Bro. Like, that's crazy. You stop traffic on the highway just to do your song is wild, bro. What in the name of what? Bruh, content going crazy these days, bro. What the fuck? Nah, this is wild, bro. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all can let me know what y'all think about it, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is insane. I mean, the love of the music, right? I don't even know, bro. Like, this is crazy. Hey, this is insane. Yo, y'all let me know what y'all think. What would you do in this situation, man? For real, for real. Like, what would you do if you were one of the people in traffic, you know what I'm talking about, and this going on right there in front of your eyes, like, or whatever, you know? Like, how would y'all feel about it? Because I know how I feel. You hear me? All right. Let's keep going. This is deep.
Told me he did, I wouldn't be surprised. That outfit, I would sit there with it, and I would start to push back. I'd be like, you know that chain that you're wearing, the swastika chain. I lost about 9 family members by that group that you're representing right now.
Damn.
Like my grandfather's, all his 9 siblings were killed by Nazis. I have a smaller family right now because of what you're representing. You know, you think those people like black people? You see a Nazi out, a dude with a Nazi tattoo, you think he loves black people?
No, the fuck
he
they
only
don't.
hates Jews and loves black people? Like, you know what Hitler did? He sterilized every mixed person in Germany was sterilized so they don't reproduce, because they're not trying to taint the superior race that Hitler was trying to create. They weren't necessarily always killing black people, but if you were German and black, you wouldn't be allowed to have babies.
So
your kids, Kanye, your kids, if they were living in Germany at the time, would be robbed of their ability to reproduce.
That's
male
insane.
and female. Northwest will never have children because of what that symbol symbolizes. You know what I'm saying? Answer that.
What he tried to say in response to that, he said, well, listen, and I don't know if this is the sole reason. I think it's much more multifaceted, because it's not. So he said, they make money off our pain, but they hate when we try to exploit their pain. And he uses this us versus them type of ideology.
Not everybody.
What do you say to that?
Not
Where he's like,
Jew.
hey, listen,
you know what I mean?
when it comes to,
It's too general,
I guess he's
bro.
speaking about black people. He's
general.
like,
So every Jewish person makes money off of black pain? Really?
No.
Every Jewish person?
No.
I don't know.
Because he's saying the Jews, meaning all the Jews. He even said in interviews, like, oh, do you remember he was on that one dude, that Proud Boys podcast? And he was like, remember this was, I don't know, maybe like a year and a half ago or something. He did an interview with one of the dudes from the Proud Boys. And the guy's like, hey, so when you say the Jews, are you talking about specific Jews or all Jews? Kanye said all Jews. All Jews. So you're telling me that all Jews make money off of black pain? My mother, my father, all my cousins, everyone in Israel, you know, all the Jews living in New York and LA and everything else like that, all the Jews in South Africa and fucking Brazil, and all, like, we're all making money off. This is what we do. This is our profession.
well,
Like, this is what we're trained. Like, we go to colleges to make money off black people, black people's
That's
pain. Like,
crazy.
really? Or are certain people in the record business, you know, in certain positions, and they happen to have certain artists that are gangster rappers, and, you know, they monetize off, you know, and these artists create this music, and they, you know, are the record label leads, and they help these artists to push their albums. Along with all types of other artists.
Just in his train of thought, how he was explaining it, he would be like, well, how could one be ignored? And as soon as I wear these symbols that exploiting pain of other people, now this is a bigger issue. Well, why are we causing a problem here when I do it, as opposed to when pain of black people are?
So that means that there shouldn't be an uproar if I wear a necklace of a black man hanging from a tree.
Exactly. What?
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you're exploiting a symbol of violence, not just hate or disdain, actual lethal violence. If any person black, white, or whatever, but especially non-black person somehow wears a symbol, an iced out symbol of slavery,
But
it would not go well on any level for that person.
But he's equating that to, say, these executives that happen to be, say, Jewish, if they're monetized.
That's the thing right there, like Act just said, executives. Not all the Jews, you know what I'm saying? And me personally, I think it's a personal people problem, like personal person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't got to do with the whole genetic code. You know what I'm saying?
And off, say, black on black violence, gangsterism, the denigration of black culture. He's like, well, yeah, that might not be lynching and really extreme levels of black turmoil, but it's still black turmoil that they're benefiting off of. So why can't I benefit off, or I don't know if he thinks he's benefiting, but why can't I exploit your pain? That's his argument. I'm not saying
I don't understand his argument.
Kanye dropped,
I really don't get it.
if he wanted to support an artist who was Jewish, who talked about killing other Jewish people, like, you know, banging on other Jewish people, whatever else, I don't think anyone would really have a problem with that.
Yeah, nobody would definitely have a
I
problem.
wouldn't give a shit, right?
It's a
That's what he's
fact.
talking about. In fact, a lot of these, when you look at sort of the biggest gangster rap labels, there's usually a black person at the head of them. Suge Knight, you know, QC, Coach K and P, gangster rappers all on that label, right?
And again, I feel like I'm
He
playing
got
devil's
some kind of
advocate.
a point there. He got some kind of a point there, peripheral.
That's just one of their properties out of dozens of artists, including a Taylor Swift and including all these other people and
again,
Ed Sheeran and whatever else. Like,
I'm playing devil's advocate for the conversation here, but I think even when we even got to the Kendrick stuff, he's like, he has this idea of like agents, or sometimes he says slaves, and he's like, hey, listen, Cardi is an agent because, yeah, Cardi might represent this, but then he's being handled by this guy Lucian, or that's the thing. Kendrick might think, hey, I'm getting at Drake and blah, 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 but you're basically being puppeteered by the people who own UMG, and those people aren't you. This idea of not like us, the person who's really...
Is Kanye, from what Ak is explaining, is he eliminating choice out of the equation? Because people are choosing to sign with these labels, right? You know, I don't know if I'm understanding this properly, but is he eliminating the fact that someone knows what is going to happen when they sign with these labels, who's in charge of these labels, or you know, whatever, and they still choose to do it because they get profit out of it? You know what I'm saying? As opposed to what Kanye is doing, that's not really, you know, because I think it's completely different. Whatever Kanye's point is, I don't think is a point. You know, I get a lot of people seem to kind of agree with it. Oh yeah, but that's too general. It's way too general. You can't blame a whole. That's what we black folks were talking about, right? You can't blame. Not everybody is street as a black person, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't blame. You know what I'm saying? Want like a whole people based on a few people's actions. You know, you know what I mean?
Really not like us is the person who owns your catalog and that you're really signed to, and that's how he's thinking.
you really think that someone other than Kendrick put together the song "Not Like Us"?
No, not the song, but
But the whole beef. Do you think anyone? Do you think that one of the presidents or vice presidents at UMG was like, "Yo, Kendrick, you should do this and beef with Drake. You should, when you do this Future album, Future and Metro Boomin album, you should diss Drake because that's
not on an idea wise, but
Kendrick is Kendrick. Like Kendrick is really so unique in terms of his approach to music that I don't think anyone's
no, of course, but
I don't think anyone's in his ear over this.
And I do agree or believe this. Do I believe that the top level record executive says, hey, listen, we have two of our UMG artists that are gonna start attacking each other, and no matter who wins, we're gonna get the majority of the profits, so we're gonna put resources behind this to fuel. We're gonna use bots. We're gonna push this to radio. We're gonna make this big because we really don't have to do much because people like seeing a fight we're just going to profit off of their destruction of each other. Oh, yeah, I definitely think that. Now, is it on a race level? No, I think
exactly. It's not on a race level. It's business. That's the thing, right? If it was two rappers that were white rappers that were popping, and it would still be the same thing, right? And that's the thing. It's not on a race level. That's I get like no, it's not on a race level, bro.
Level. Like,
well, are they making the majority of the profits, or are the artists making the majority of the profits?
Oh no, definitely the record labels.
You think?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you mean to tell me? Okay, so you mean to tell me?
If Drake gets his $400 million, that's was his first contract, his last contract.
Yeah.
$400 million. You think UMG's not at least projected to get at least $2 billion from the proceeds within that three?
Yeah, nah, Vlad, he got you there, bro. Come on, the record label's making more money than that. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Or 4 years. You don't.
I don't think it's that much.
Vlad,
I don't think the margins are that big. I don't think
Vlad,
the margin
it has to be at least
2.5 times. I don't think so. I don't think the margin.
Vlad, you wouldn't do an interview if you gave somebody $50,000 to do an interview. You wouldn't do it just to get $60,000, would you?
Facts.
You would give that person $50,000 if you're going to make at least $100.
It depends who it is. Depends who it is. Like certain people. Okay, it's like this, right? Think about it like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just numbers at the end of the day, right? So if I pay someone 1,000 and I make 5,000 off of it, that sounds like a good deal, right? I invested 1,000,
yeah,
and I made 5,000 off the interview. If I give Boosie 50,000 and I make 10,000 off of it, the margin is way smaller, but it's still more money than the 5,000 doing the same exact job with regard of the two people. See what I'm saying? So
I don't know.
The margins are smaller, but the overall profit, the raw profit is higher. So when it comes to someone like a Drake, they could take, like, for example, I think the perfect example of this is Cash Money. Cash Money has a deal with Republic, at least originally they did, where like Republic only takes like 15%.
Yeah, it's actually 90-10, yeah.
10%, even better. 90-10 deal, they get to keep their masters, right? And they had a huge advance on top of it. There's a reason why Republic, which I think was under Universal at the time also, was only taking 10% because they're like, we're going to make so much money that this 10% is going to turn into millions and millions. But okay, y'all keep the 90 because we know that this is the only way we're going to be able to make this deal. You think Drake is really going to say, I'm going to take $400 million knowing y'all going to make 2.5 times what I make? No. He is so big at the point that he could bring those margins closer to him knowing so much cash will be generated.
Okay. So
no way he's getting $400 million and they make $2 billion. 5 times?
No. Over the
1.2. No. It's not like that. They'll give him $400 million and maybe make 5 or 600 million.
No, not even close. All right,
I mean, getting back to Axe point, you kind of still agreeing that they're making more money, than the artist, though. You know what I mean?
Let me give you my reason.
And you got to think that money gets recouped.
Oh, all right?
That's a lot. Told me he did. I wouldn't be.
Yeah. The whole Kanye thing. You know what I mean? To cut the long story short. Yeah, bro. Generalization never works. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I talk, if you notice, I try not to generalize. You know what I'm saying? Generalization it just doesn't work. You eliminating the factor of individuality, choice, being general, like saying, all people, all that's you nah. You know what I mean? And don't forget, I always say on this channel, when you're pointing a finger, these are the ones that are pointing back at you. You feel what I'm saying? So, I'm going to leave that there. Y'all can let me know your thoughts, like I say right here. Let me know your thoughts for sure. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep going. All right. This was interesting.
Shut the fuck up!
Damn.
Y'all were doing so good. I'm over here. Hey, bitch.
Damn.
Which one? Over here? Which one? Up here? Which one? Turn the lights on. Which one?
Is he playing? What's going on?
Hold that nigga right there. You like it too. You like rejection, don't you?
Yachty entertaining, bro. Even though he's, seems like he's being serious.
Actually, you know what? No, let's not, because he's going to do it again. Because he want to stand out. What's your name, Devontae?
Yachty knows how to. He an entertainer for real. R.I.P. to Juice WRLD, man. So you see him, bro, you know what I mean? Yachty, he an entertainer, man. You know what I mean? I thought it was a little serious, but as he goes on, you see he kind of lightens the mood. But, yeah, man, if someone, bro, come on, y'all, come on, pay respects, man. You know what I mean? I get it. They're gone. I get it. But, pay respects, man. Either you respect the artist that's passed, or the people that's passed, or you respect the person you came to see, you paid a lot of money to see, man. If they, you clearly a fan if you pay all that bread to come out there, you know what I'm saying? So, be respectful, y'all.
Y'all were doing so good. I'm over here. Hey, bitch. Which one over here?
Look, that's how you know. Which one?
Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on. Which one? It's you. Hold that nigga right there.
Yo. Nah, though, man. That's funny. All right. Let's keep going, man. Let me know what y'all think about that. Y'all think Yachty was being extra serious? Like, how y'all feel about this situation, man? Some people be like, bro, I paid all that bread to come here, man. I don't give a fuck about who don't pass. I give a fuck, you presenting, you know what I'm saying? But, if you care, if you're a fan, you should respect, That's just my opinion, man. I might be wrong. Y'all can let me know in the comments. Let's keep going. Look at this. It says a video of Black youngster surfaces after fans keep calling for his return to social media. Sure, my boy Black youngster, man, where you been?
I'm Jay, come up. Why you giving up? Not for real, come on. Oh, hey.
Dang, she smacked the love out of bruh.
Hey. You won. Theo, say I beat Theo Youngster. Say it. You just beat him. I'm Jay, come up. Why you giving up?
Man, kids, bro, they don't be knowing their strength, bro. Ooh, that sound like her hurt.
Hey. You won. Theo, say I beat Theo Youngster. Say it. You just beat him. I'm Jay.
But nah, Black, yo, where bruh been though? Real talk, you know what I mean? I remember bruh used to be on social media, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing, because he got that childhood energy too, you know what I'm saying? So where bruh been? Real talk, you know what I mean? Maybe it's because of all the things going down, bruh, don't, you know what I mean? Which I think is smart, please, bruh, you know what I'm saying? I want, stay off social media if you're doing, doing the things that, you know what I mean? But if you're not, yeah, get back on here, bro. You know what I mean? We've been looking at, you know what I'm saying? Where, bro? You know what I mean? Where, bro? I sure haven't heard of, bro. Heard from, bro. I said heard from, like I know in person. I ain't heard of, bro. Seen him, you know what I'm saying? In a good minute. What, since the Dolph thing, right? I ain't seen him in a good minute, man. What y'all think happened? Anything, bro? Trying to, duck off, hide off, since all the things is going on to M? Or, what y'all think? Because, you know what I'm saying? Black youngster, bro used to be, you know what I mean? Like he had that youthful, you know what I mean, energy. Although he was, you know what I mean, with all the shenanigans. But yeah, bro don't disapprove. Ain't nobody see where he is, man, for a good man. Yeah, man, like bro, where bro been? Youngster, man, you know what I'm saying? If you cool, let us know you cool, bro. Like, 'cause, you know what I'm saying? Sure did disappear out of social media and shit. Like, if not for this, I ain't even think of Black youngster. You know what I'm talking about? Like, a real talk. So, yeah, I don't know. Y'all can let me know. Y'all be seeing, bro? Because real talk, I swear, like, it feel like it's been, like, what, 2, 3, 4, I don't know how many years. It's been a minute since I seen bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything concerning bro, you know what I mean? Y'all think he's ducking off, hiding off, you know what I'm saying? Staying low, you know what I'm saying? With all the shenanigans going on to Or, what y'all think? You know what I'm saying? Is his music still popping? Like, what's the really, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I have little to no, real talk. You know what I mean? Celebrities, the currency is, the currency of celebrity is popularity, right? Publicity, right? Trending stuff and all that good stuff. So social media, all that stuff works good for them, you know what I mean? But I ain't heard of bruh, seen nothing, bruh, nothing, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's smart now if he's involved, if he's, you know what I mean? Now, we don't know. I don't know. I don't know if y'all know. If y'all do know or anything like that, let me know in the comments because Yeah, I definitely don't know. I don't know what's been, you know what I mean, but it looked good though. That he's, he's having fun right here with kids. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
That thing smacked though. But yeah, man. Let's keep going, man. Look at this. Breezy, man, says, I see a lot of fans collectively telling Team Breezy to wear red bandanas to the concert, because Breezy a blood, you hear me? But he says, I would highly advise y'all to not do that. Please don't do that. Just get brown bandanas so y'all won't run into any problems. You know what the problems, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the blood's gonna be, you know what I mean? Y'all you might wanna, you hear me? Says, I don't want people to get the wrong impression and promote the wrong thing. Y'all know I'm breezy, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? But we promoting positivity on this tour. Thank you, and I love y'all. You already know, man. This is Bruh Talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know this is Bruh Talk. Come on now. Part of the Almighty Collective, the land of positivity where empathy reigns. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Almighty right here, the God of positive vibes. So, yeah, I'm all about this message, man. Positivity all around, man. You know what I'm saying? Breezy been doing his thing, though. You know what I'm saying? He been doing this thing for real, because look at it. You know what I'm saying? That man, what he says, congrats, Chris Brown earns $9 million. You hear me? From just 3 shows of his 11/11 tour. You feel me? He's projected to earn a total of $80 million. Whoo, by the end of his tour. Yeah, bro, doing his thing. You smell me? And that's we love to see it. We love to see it. So yeah, bro, y'all listen to Breezy, man. Don't go get no bandanas, man. You know what I'm saying? No red bandanas, man. You don't want to get pushed up by no blood, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know what I'm saying? You definitely don't want to get pushed up by no rule. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Just be safe out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Support Brother in Peace. Get a white bandana. Real talk, get a white bandana. You know what I'm saying? He said a brown bandana. I don't know if any gangs bang the browns though. The brown bandana. I don't know that. But yeah, man, don't go out there with no red bandana, man. Because 2 things could happen. Either the blood's gonna push up on you, or the police gonna push up on you. You know what I'm saying? You might end up giving that man a Rico. You know what I'm saying? You know how Rico's flying around out here in the line. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? So y'all, you know what I mean? Shout out to Breezy though. You know what I mean? Doing this thing. For real. All righty. Look at this, man. Fans noticed similarities between Drake and Kendrick in the Nokia video. We noticed this. I seen this too. I know y'all seen this in the Nokia video. You know what I'm saying? They said Drake was trying to, you know what I mean, do his thing. Still poking buttons, you know what I'm saying? Pushing buttons, poking, at Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? Doing, I guess, what they call a parody or whatever, with his new thing. Because a lot of people were like, yo, like, since when did Drake start doing choreography in this thing? You feel me? So I don't know. You know what I mean? Hey, whatever it might be. I see this. I sure seen this. I'm like, bro, since when did Drake start doing stuff like that in his time? You know what I mean? I like, bro, that's man he poking. He poking that's crazy. That's crazy. The parodies is crazy though. For real. I didn't see that much detail in it till now, but I'm seeing it now. I mean, I ain't even, you know what I mean? So it says Drake imitated Kendrick in his video, literally proves that's point. Does he prove that's point? Yeah, what people are talking about? Drake trolling Kendrick with Nokia Music and IMAX. Drake is Himothy neutral. Okay. I mean, clearly the Drake fans feel like, him doing this is part of the this how everybody keeps saying that, what's going to happen now after Kendrick won the back and forth? Is it going to end? They were like, especially the Akademiks. Akademiks always talking about how, you know what I'm saying, what's Kendrick going to do now when he's won against Drake when it comes to this thing? Clearly, Drake is still going at it. Drake has not left it. You know what I'm saying? It's not an issue of what will Kendrick do, because clearly Kendrick he's done. He done the halftime show. We ain't heard of Kendrick. He's been chill. Now Drake is still pushing, still doing the thing. Mind you, of course, clearly I'm in the line. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick is rude. You know what I'm saying? His mindset, all that good stuff too. So clearly you understand that, I fucks with Kendrick. But I don't have no hate towards Drake. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it looked like Kendrick, you know what I'm saying, ain't the one pushing the buttons now. He don't chill, don't backed off, but Drake still want to keep it going, right? So when Akademiks, you know what I'm saying, I'm just saying Akademiks because I ain't going to lie, Akademiks is the one that keeps talking. Bro, every time I tune into his stuff, it's always something about Kendrick, not every time, but you got what I'm saying. When he talks about Drake, it's always like, oh man, the K-bots and da-da-da-da-da. Bro, this is not the K-bots doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? This is not Kendrick doing it. This is Drake with his most recent songs. Still, he's the one egging this thing on. So Action come on here and be talking about, man, Kendrick he ain't gonna have nothing else to rap about. Drake doesn't want to let it go, brother. Real talk. If he doesn't want to let it go. Like, I mean, look at this, right? And his most recent thing, he doesn't want to let it go. And so if Kendrick responds to this, don't Action come on and be like, oh man, no, bro. Drake clearly wants to keep this going. He doesn't feel like he lost, right? And that's fine. Me personally, if I could talk to Kendrick, I'd say, bro, just leave the man alone and just rap your thing. Like at this point, we see what it is. It's been addressed. If he's doing his thing, he's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Not, you know what I mean? It's not like you don't want, you know what I mean? It's just clearly, it's obvious at this point, right? That bro doesn't want to let it go. He doesn't want to let it go. You know what I mean? So when anytime Act says something next, because I fuck with Act. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people don't, I fuck with Act. So anytime he says something, I'm probably sliding that comments and be like, bruh, I know you seen the Nokia video, bro. Don't be out here talking about the K-bots and all that. Your boy Drake himself ain't trying to let the thing go. He keep trying to bring something that we all have agreed that it's over with, let it die, move on. Everybody go do your thing. But bruh is not, you see what I'm saying? He trying to do parodies and, whatever it is, still poking the bird. You know what I'm saying? But y'all can let me know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? And as I said, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, man. Yeah, man. Let's go. All right. Look at this one.
Y'all, this rapper just unalived his baby mama who was messing around with some other people, and one of the people was finessed 2 times.
What?
She do readings, do cleans and stuff like that, but also she do sucking dick and balls and all that also. You know what I'm saying? So when she's telling me, hey, babe, I have to work. She have to get out the phone. She doing some whole other shit. But check this out. Look at the messages of her and finesse 2 times. He talking about when you gonna clean me up. She talking about this and that. Check.
Now, last month on the 22nd, he wrote this whole long post of things that you can't do with a narcissist. He wrote this and posted all that shit up on that same day.
Let's see. Have a normal conversation with you, man. Get the truth. Have it find pigs. Okay.
Look, my baby mama do readings and stuff, right? So this type of stuff she do with her dude clients and the people she fuck.
He wrote this and posted all that shit up on that same day.
The whole time, right? My baby mama been doing whole shit the whole time.
I'm guessing they must have broke up or whatnot. So after they broke up, she was even posting, as of yesterday, last night, she was posting stuff. She was out getting drunk, having a good time. Sometime today, he must have went up there and shot, unalived her. I don't know how she was killed. But word on the street is she is no longer here, and he's the reason. And I think they saying that he unalived himself.
This the man right here? Bruh, what's up with y'all, bruh? Man, what's up with y'all, bruh? Oh my God, bruh. Rapper Azo. Ah, man, what is up with you, my guy? What part of leave it alone, bruh? It's not worth your life, bruh. Like,
after.
You don't have to show me
Say,
love.
man,
I've been starting to think that I work better off these jobs. Maybe if you leave, I probably won't even give a fuck. Only thing I need in this life is probably dogs.
bruh, come on, bruh. What the? Man, that's crazy right there, yo. Y'all see that, John?
On that north and 9, plug you with a ticket. Booming off that back street, and it's snowing.
Man, this is some bullshit. So, bro, on a live, bro, see, I be telling y'all, bro, this shit ain't that serious, bro. It's never that serious, bro. Man, there's so many, bro. Oh, my goodness, bro. I'll be saying this on this channel all the time. Bro, it's never, ever that serious. My father said some shit to me when I was a lot younger, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Bruh told me, he said, bruh, before you know what I'm saying, with any lady, you decide to, whatever it is, understand that, bruh, if you look to your left or look to your right, there's a beautiful one right there. You ain't got to die over this, John. You ain't got to, you know what I mean? There's always someone more beautiful that will treat you better. This goes for males and females. You know what I'm saying? There's always someone that look better, and there's always someone that's going to treat you better. You know what I'm saying? You might find one or the other or both at the same time. Those two qualities. So it's like, bro, there's never a reason for you to go that far as to unaliving, smacking, hitting, none of that. Never a reason, bruv. Never, bruh. Because at the end of the day, I promise you, after the emotion dies down, bro, after you've done all that, you sitting behind bars for the rest of your life, you're going to think of how stupid you was. Because guess what? You're going to see another girl that look fine or something like that. You be like, damn, I can't even get to her because of what I did with the previous junk. Because I'm sitting out behind bars. I can't do nothing. There's always someone better, bro. The thing is, initially it hurts. That's the thing. Men, women, human beings, bro, we need to stop running away from our pain, bro, because initially it hurts. But I promise you, give it some time. Wait. If it's not one day, if it doesn't end in one day, the emotions, give it the second day. If it don't, give it the third day. I promise you, before a month, you're going to feel a lot. When I say a lot, I promise you, shit, forget a month. 3 days. 3 days. 3 days. If you can hold out for 3 days, right? Whatever crazy thing you think you want to do, if you can wait 3 days, right? I promise you're going to feel better. Real talk. Just wait 3 days. And if 3 days ain't enough, bro, just give yourself another 3. But I can assure you within a week for sure, you're going to feel a lot less about the situation. I promise you. Why? Because within them 72 hours, you're going to see something else that will distract you. They'll take your attention. They'll make you feel slightly better. Real talk. I'm telling y'all. It's never that serious for you to, bro. If the relationship ain't working, I don't care if it's your baby mama. You don't own nobody, bro. Because guess what? You thinking you own somebody, you go do something stupid, somebody's about to really own you. The government going to own you, and then you're going to become a slave working for them for free behind bars. And then you're going to be fighting for your life every day. And then you're going to be surrounded by just straight, either if you're a woman, you're going to be surrounded by just straight puss. If you're a guy, you're going to be surrounded by just straight dick. It's pointless. The only thing, you don't even feel, the crazy thing about revenge, bro? You don't even feel better afterwards. Real talk. You never feel better after revenge. I'm just being honest. It doesn't, because the person, what they did to you is still going to be in your mind after you do it. And most people just channel that and still go doing some more crazy shit. It just never, bro. The best outcome is to leave. Walk away. If you know you're about to do something crazy, something wild, just walk away. I'm telling you, if you can't walk, run. If you can't run, jump. If you can't jump, fly. If you can't do none of that, teleport. Bro, my point is get the fuck out of Dodge, bro, because I'm telling you, bro, real talk, a month from whatever you do that stupid shit, you going to look back at it and be like, damn, I was stupid, bro. I was tripping. It always happens because it's emotion. We are human. Once something initially happens, the emotion gets high. But it always, every single time calms down. Even when you lose the closest person to you, those people, they be like, man, my heart was broken, I was shattered, all that good shit. Guess what? Even when you lose the love of your life, your parents, all that good shit, the pain gets better. You get to deal with it better. This is a fact. You can say what you want to say, but with time, that's a fact. Why? Because, bro, in this life, nothing lasts forever. That's the first rule of reality. I keep saying this on this channel. Nothing. Not your happiness, not your pain, not your anger, not your sadness, nothing. Not your money, not your car. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing. It's all an issue of time. You give it enough time, everything changes. Good to bad, ugly to beautiful. Everything changes with time. This man just unalive his girl, his baby mama or his girl, whatever it is, for nothing. What is the benefit he gonna get from this? Nobody's gonna look at him and be like, oh man, you a man for that. No. And anybody that says that is behind bars with him. The only people that share that same mindset are gonna be people that's gonna be serving the time with him. And you can see where they at. They can't even get, look, she beautiful. She take John out of that. You just, man, niggas just full of, man. Y'all can let me know what y'all think, man. For real, for real. I definitely want to hear y'all's thoughts about this. Am I tripping? You know what I'm saying? Like, people going, somebody goes, oh, you gonna blame the girl that, bro, you don't own nobody, bro. People gonna cheat if they gonna cheat. You can't, you hear me? Nah, let's keep going, bro. Some light up stuff. Look at this.
Tell me who remember this. Don't laugh.
Look at NBA Youngboy's moms. Look at that. We love to see it. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Hey, yo, she actually did it too. Hey, shout out to NBA Youngboy's mom, man. Hey, we love to see it, man.
Who remember this.
We love to see it. We love to see it. This is the kind of joy we want to be seeing with our sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? Let them feel young. Let them enjoy life. You hear me? Come on now. Let's do it. Oh, yo, let go. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I thought she was about to swing, like, and you know what I'm saying, do the and like do the whoo. I thought that's what she was about to do. You heard me? I didn't know, but I love to see it, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a moms too. You hear me? I love to see moms happy, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Shout out to Young Boy, bro. You know, he got out recently and all that good stuff. I just, what we want to see is more moms happy. You know what I'm saying? More moms alive, kids alive, grandkids. This, you know, when we were growing up, what we thought, at least in my generation, what we thought life was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Whole family. You know what I'm saying? These days it tend not to be the case because, you know, a lot of violence and all the stupidity and all that good stuff. But we love to see love. We love to see joy. That's, if you don't know, this right here, this is Bruh Talk. This guy right here, Almighty, the God of positive vibes. You know what I'm talking about? So I love to see it, bro. And I'm always put it up, you know what I'm saying? As well as we cover the, you know, interesting, crazy stuff, we're going to also cover the joy. You know what I'm saying? Simple things like that. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. Much love, man. Much love to Mama Young Boy. All right. Let's see something here. Look at this. So Bow Wow talks beef with Soulja Boy, Romeo, Omarion, the Brat. Damn, there's a lot of people he talks about. All right, let's just get to it.
So were you acting when you were beefing with Soulja Boy?
No.
That was real beef.
Yeah, over cars.
Wow.
Over Lambos.
What?
Shout out to Soulja. That's my dog. It was interesting because we met on his Crank That video shoot. It was my idea to go down there and rock with him. It was always like my idea to whoever was new and coming into the game, it was always my thing to lend my hand out and rock with you. That's why the Scream tour was so popular, because I always you know, lending a hand out there and try to bring up the next wave. And went down there to support him for the Crank That. We was cool. And then, you know, young, we both rappers. He the new, I'm still here. And it was just young, rich beef, but it wasn't no street beef. It was Lambos. He had the Gallardo or the Gallardo. I had the Mercy I bought. So I was just giving him the same medicine that all my big homies was giving me about my car. And, you know, we said, well, all right, then we'll race. We show the pink slips, whoever win, and, you know, Lambo come home. But that was that. Like, we look back at that now and be laughing. Excuse me, me and Soulja get on FaceTime and just be laughing about certain stuff. If it go viral, we like, man, remember this stupid? Man, we were so stupid. And to this day, like, that's my dog. And I know if I needed him, he'll come through for me.
Say less. Then the list goes. Lil Romeo, was that real beef?
No beef whatsoever. Everybody thought Fresh as I'm Is was a diss to him, and it never was. And the only reason why was because of the 18 making more than your dad, which was a line from that specific line came from another iconic hip hop artist. And because of the similarities, how people tried to pin it together, I had JD, we both come from two iconic labels. There's two iconic hip-hop moguls behind us. Of course, his father. So I was just giving him the same Master P, who I highly respect, businessman, hustler. They tried to make it a thing. I had the Mickey Mouse, he had the Bugs Bunny, but it never was to me. Like, not even from an arrogant place. Like, it just never was. And if he was here to say it never was, I never wanted, it never should have been that, and I never wanted to be that. Mm-hmm. And through time, I had conversations with Rome, and he was like, yo, bro, it was all because I looked up to you, bro. Wow. Like, I really looked up to you. Like, he was like, you don't understand. And to this day, like, that's why on the verses, when me and Soulja Boy did the verses, you see Rome come out and give me my flowers. He's like, yo, Bow, you like the Jordan of this. And, you know, I'm like the Kobe and da-da-da-da, vice versa. But it was just a dope moment because we wanted the people to know, like, there never was an issue between us. It was more of the media trying to make that thing a thing, and it never was.
Content going content.
Moving right along. Omarion. Was that a real beef?
It's complicated.
Yeah, that pause gave it away.
It's complicated. Master P, why I hate it.
Still?
Yep. Yeah. Still.
Why? What happened?
Yeah, it's complicated.
We can't just sit down and hash it out.
I don't want to talk.
Damn.
He don't want to talk, or you don't?
I don't want to talk. It's nothing to talk about. Not even in a bad way. You know what I mean? It's just you know, when you lay your hand out and you try to be the bigger person and try to rap, but you get no response, and you're just like, okay, well, we're gonna leave it right here then. You know what I mean? And let's just, you do your thing, I'm gonna do my thing, and we just gonna keep the peace. But it's definitely not no beef. Like we in the same buildings. Like we pass each other in arenas. We might not speak, but we walk past each other.
I was about to say, because what type of beef are we talking about? We talking about 50 Cent, Rick Ross type of beef?
No. That's
Drake, Kendrick type of beef?
Hell nah, because if it's on, it's
Quavo, Chris Brown type of beef?
Nah, because beef is if I see you at any place in time, it's on where it's on, like it's on site. That ain't ready.
Still?
Yep, what it is with us. It's just more of a, we've been through this thing for so long that where we at, he's 40. Like, I'm 38. Like, where we at now? Like, not like we grown. And it's just like, we don't.
Damn, these niggas old.
We don't have to do that.
It's
now.
my
We
time
got kids,
type
we got
shit,
our own lives. Where I'm going in my career is where I'm going, where you going. It's where you going. I wish you nothing but the best. And for me, the best revenge sometimes is time. You ain't even got to do much. That's why I said in the tweet, we don't have to talk. You know what I mean? It's just time for us to hit the stage and we'll leave it on the stage. We'll let the fans decide what it's gonna be.
This was an interesting one for me. Beef? Eric Benet.
I know where you got that from. By the way, you're the first person to ever bring up Eric Benet in a beef situation with Val. But I know where you got because of the Rap City freestyle.
Yeah.
It was just a hard line to stab at him. You got to think, I'm a rapper, so you got to be creative.
Yeah.
Eric Benet, and be not. You the X-Man, because what it is with us, it's just more, you know, Holly played the X-Man. I'm all that Holly's got. It was just like a cute little fun jab to jab at him, but I got all respect for Eric Benet.
Say less. Chris Brown.
My dog.
Breezy? Yeah.
My brother.
Come on, bro. Breezy?
My best friend next to all my best friends. I don't have many of them, but that's my dog. Like, Brown could call me right now and be like, yo, bro, I need 300. That's my dog. I know he'll do the same. That's my dog. My dog for life.
This one was kind of like, what are we doing here? The Brat.
Okay, I can explain that one.
Talk to you.
Okay, so
lady, what's good?
I love Brat to death. Like, Brat is the epitome of a big sister. Like, that's my big sister. She's the one on the label who can really get on my ass. Ain't like, curse me out. Don't care what.
She got that in her.
She from the Shy.
Yeah.
She gon', you know, Holly played the X-Man. I'm all that Holly. She gonna give it to you. And we could never beef. I just saw Brat in traffic, matter of fact. I was looking at this Bentley, I swear to God. And I was like, this Bentley's so hard. I'm like, damn, here I go. I'm like, man, I want one of them. When I come off tour, I call my manager. I'm like, man, I'm looking at this cream Bentley. You seen these yet? Pull up. We and my man Cullen, and I lean up. I'm like, oh, shit, this Brat. This was probably like a week ago. That's my everything. And basically, probably where you getting that from is Brad is always on me when it comes to family business. She hates that if me and Jermaine ever get into it, her only big problem is when we take it publicly. Because she's very big on family. She's big on that that brand. She wears it. She carries it. And at any time she sees me at odds with Jermaine, or we jabbing at each other, or I'm jabbing too hard, it breaks her heart. So anytime you see Brat get on me publicly, it's coming from a place of love. Yeah. It's never coming from a place of anger or hate or anything like that.
Le'Veon.
Bro, I knew you was going to get to this. I knew you was going to get to this one. I knew it. She going to give it to you.
Bypass it. Like.
No smoke with Lev at all.
Le'Veon Bell?
Okay, look.
Okay,
I'm from
look,
Ohio.
that's crazy.
I'm born in Columbus, Ohio. Shout out to the city. I'm a Buckeye for life.
Okay.
This is just what it is. I'm Ohio State for life. Scarlet and gray me all day. Even on tour, I wear scarlet and gray customized OSU Air Forces. Like I bring it. That's just me. I got lit at the Notre Dame game here at Mercedes-Benz. I got a little tipsy.
Per usual.
Right? Because it's rare that a city that I was raised in Atlanta, which is home, Columbus is home, and we here together under one roof. Like, I didn't have to travel to Columbus and sit in the freezing cold and watch them play. We right here in my hometown, Atlanta. My other hometown, they here. Oh, this is a celebration. We gonna win. There was so much red throughout the Ben Stadium that night, and I don't drink Patron. Obviously. It's just rebel. I don't do Patron. Ben stopped doing Patron. Don't drink it. And I had Patron Blanco in the suite. And I got on my live and I was feeling it.
Yeah, the alcohol gets you,
so
man.
Funny as I'm telling you this. I got on my live and I popped it. I was lit. I was popping it. I'm like, yo, we won. Can't nobody see us. We the champs. Da-da-da. Man, I'm the biggest that ever come from the city. I'm the biggest from Columbus. And I meant that. I meant that.
Some say you know what I'm saying? That way.
But I was lit. And I just kept going. And then, of course, people go and find the little chance to get in there and get some get their numbers up, and Lev hopped in there and said what he had to say. And for me, I never met him, but I know I don't play the internet shit. Like I'm cut different. Not saying I'm hard or I'm this, but I'm a man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna deal with it the way a man supposed to deal with it. I'm not gonna argue back with you on a device. This is rebel. I don't do Patron.
Okay,
I DM'd him. I said, "What's your number? Let me holler at you." Shot me his number. We spoke, and then you see he put up a post later like, yo, had a good talk with Bow. I jumped out the gun a little bit. Sorry. And based on what I told him, I'm like, bro, this is the problem with our city now. Like,
hey, I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't about to go back and forth. I'm a car.
That's the way to do it.
And he respected that too. And, once we chopped it up, I pretty much was just like, I might need you one day,
I definitely think that's the way to do it, though. If this is how it went, like he's saying, I think that's exactly how to do it, man. Don't go back and forth. Fuck all that. Just address the man privately, you know what I'm saying, squash that joint.
I mean, to stand behind me with this Columbus work, because, you a legend coming about the city, if that's what you are considered in the city, if that's what the people saying. But you can't be a part of the problem. You got to be a part of fixing the problem. You know what I mean? So when I hollered at him the way I got at him, he respected it, and we went from there, and I just let God do it, everything else.
Man, that's dope, bro.
But yeah, no problem with Levy. No problem.
Yeah, like as I do.
I DM'd him.
All right. Hey. Y'all, look. Hey, man. Fans tell Bow Wow he and Omarion need to speak. He says, no, we don't. Hey, man. I mean, no, they don't. You heard him. And no, the fuck they don't. You heard me. I'm guessing this is all the old Johns. Hey, y'all can pause where you know what I'm saying, where y'all trying to pause at. But Le'Veon, okay. So these are all the beefs right here that they're addressing. You know what I'm saying?
No, Bow Wow. Nope. No.
This is what he said?
You're from Atlanta. You've been repping Atlanta literally since I've been hearing your music. I literally didn't even know you were from Columbus. Obviously, I like, you know what I'm saying, when we growing up and everything, you know what I'm saying, you hear about, oh, damn, Bow Wow from Columbus? Type. People had to like low-key Google it because you was repping Atlanta, fam. Now, look, it's crazy. Ohio State win a national championship, but everybody want to try to jump on board. Hey, man, I'm from the city. No, you not. You from Atlanta, fam. You and Lotto. Y'all from Atlanta. Don't try to come over and repping Columbus, bro. And that's another thing, too. He's talking about he from the biggest from the city. Let's say we even give you that you're from the city. Let's say Columbus, let's just say for the time being, for the sake of this argument, Columbus, we accept this guy. Well, let's say if we accept you. Bow Wow, do you think you're bigger than me, bro? Because you need a reality check, real shit. You talking?
I'm the biggest to ever come from Columbus. I'm probably gonna be the biggest to ever come out of Columbus.
Okay,
Hey, yo,
yeah,
it's time for
that's
you,
crazy.
like, fuck
That's
all
crazy.
the bullshit, all the bickering, all that. Without
that's
eating the
crazy.
time. I don't want to hear none of it. Bro, let's bridge the gap and bring this shit together and get this shit cracking how it's supposed to be. Come on, bro. Niggas pay like $500,000 for a motherfucking suite for the city. I don't see ain't no nigga from Columbus that got that type of money to even
He was
host a
definitely
fucking
popping his
event
shit.
on a national stage. Like, yo, stop fucking.
I know, it's
we
definitely
not
popping
doing
his shit.
Columbus gonna forever be my city and my town, nigga. Until I see a nigga do 10 million or 14 million out the city, then you bigger than me. If you don't do that, shut up. Don't talk to me, bro. Dead ass, like, don't talk to me, bro. Ain't no, like, if you're not selling 14 million out the city, don't talk to me. I don't want to hear nothing.
Man, hey, well, y'all see this. Basically, bro just addressed all his beefs and everything. You know what I mean? So if few of my age class type shit, and you know what I'm saying, as you see in the comments right here, 80s and 90s babies, you know what I'm saying? Then you understand what this was, you know what I mean? But yeah, bro just addressed a lot of stuff. And I guess for those that care, that was, now we know. You feel me? But shout out to Bow Wow, man, and everybody involved, man. Hear me? I got something else. Look at what boy says right here.
Like, my goal is to get everybody to move back to Africa. That's my goal.
Okay.
I want to get as many African Americans back home to Africa as I possibly can.
I don't think they want to go back, bro.
Back, everything they fighting for in America, they will not have to fight for over there.
I'm Nigerian, my brother. Hate is always going to find its way. There's always a reason for people to segregate themselves. You know what I'm saying? Tribalism, colorism, it happens in the whole. But I get what he's saying, and I do agree if we can all come as one. But I don't think African Americans really want to go back to Africa. Most of them identify as fully American. They built this country, alongside, you know what I'm saying? So are they really gonna leave their hard work and all this good stuff, blood that's been shed and all the, injustices just to, you know what I mean? I don't think so. But all my African Americans, black folks, y'all let me know.
All the struggle that they struggled over there, they're going to come there with this mindset, with this mentality, with the finances that they built, the equity in life, and bring it back and invest that in Africa. Man, Africa could be the strongest nation in the world if y'all went back home.
That's true.
Because we got everything that it takes to be that. We got
all
the
raw
resources,
material,
we got the land, we got the population.
Facts.
And together we got the strength and we got the know-how. Like, why we ain't doing that?
Because just like everybody else, when people talk, people always look at the past. You know what I'm saying? Why it's not happening is simply because people look at the past and it's like they've invested so much already here. Their family, there's a lot of blood that's been, you know what I'm saying? That, you know what I mean? So it's like you asking them to leave all that. And some people feel like Africans sold them off, right? So you asking them to, I don't think that's going to happen, though. I mean, it sounds like a good idea. Realistically, yeah, Wakanda, the whole country would have been, with all this knowledge and, yeah, but is it going to happen? No, it's not. It's just not. Because as we see, they got what they call them, the historically, whatever, I don't know what that saying is with the, black folks that feel, that this is the whatever. They think Africans don't like them. They say they don't like Africans, whatever it is, all that good stuff. So it's like, yeah, it's never gonna happen. What you're asking for will never happen. I'm saying never because it really would never happen. A good portion of people might decide to go back, or some people might decide to go back, but everybody, nah, not even. If we're being realistic, I don't even think 10% of people are willing to go back to go invest or do whatever because it's just so much history has been split. Like, you know what I mean? Because if you look at it, all humans are of one origin, right? We all look the same. Clearly, it's all started from, two individuals or something like that. And then it's before biology as well, right? Different places. People kept migrating. People start calling different places home. And then, over the years and cultures change and all this good stuff. And now people claim specific locations. When people talk about where they're from, they don't talk about their original roots, which is where humanity started from. They claim wherever their family started from. So, yeah, nah, it's way too late. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying some people wouldn't go back. Some people would, but yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think. But for sure, what she's saying, the resources and all that good stuff, you know. Yeah, but also, you know, I'm telling you, there's always gonna be hate, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, hate is a natural human thing. Fact. Like people find a reason to segregate. Whether it might be, you know, financial segregation, it might be colorism segregation. Like I'm talking about. Trust me, bro. I grew up, born and raised Nigerian before I came out here. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like people look for a reason to hate different tribes. You know, war is just something that's been going on. Whether you look similar or not, it's just people just, you know, there's just differences, and some people just, you know what I mean. So I get what he's saying, and it sounds great. It would be beautiful, but yeah, it's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? But I might be wrong. Y'all hear this one more time.
Like my goal is to get everybody to move back to Africa. That's my goal.
Okay.
I want to get as many African Americans back home to Africa as I possibly can. Because I know the day they move back, everything they fighting for in America, they will not have to fight for over there.
I still don't agree with that, bruh.
All the struggle that they struggled over there, they're going to come there with this mindset, with this mentality, with the finances that they built, you know.
Bruh, even within here, African Americans are warring against themselves. You know what I'm saying? In Africa, Africans are warring against themselves. It's just every country, every culture has it. It's not even a black thing or African thing, or every culture, every nation, every whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even within families, it's just a human thing, bro. People look for a reason to, you know, fight against their brother or their sister, or, you know, it's discrimination. It's I'm telling you, bro. There will never be a time where everybody will just come together. It's like a yin and yang thing, bro. Like there has to be good to evil, and this is present in everybody. It's in every human being. It's in every organization. It's in everything. It's just naturally how that's going to be. Some people will, some people won't.
The equity in life and bring it back and invest that in Africa, man, Africa could be the strongest nation in the world if y'all went back.
It's a fact.
Because we got everything that it takes to be that. We got the resources.
It's the cradle of life, right?
We got the land. We got the population. And together we got the strength and we got the know-how. Like, why we ain't doing that?
Because we are human. It's really just that. I'm just telling you, it's because we are human. Human beings. Yeah, we human. I swear, it's really just because we are human. It's not because we are African. It's not because we black, white, this, that. Human beings just want to. Some human beings love to hate on themselves. Some human beings love to love on themselves. It's literally just nature. There's always gonna be that balance of good versus evil, or if you don't want to call it good versus evil, love versus hate will always be a thing. There's never a time where it's going to be all love, because that would throw the universe out of whack. That's just really just is what it is. But I mean, I might be wrong. Y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comment section for sure. Y'all, would you be willing, if you black, would you be willing to, you know what I'm saying, go back to Africa to do that thing? Y'all think majority of people are going to be willing, you know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts about it? You know, am I wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, give me, you know what I mean? Let me know. Plus, some people, you know, don't even, you know, they've been talking about Akon, been trying to build that city for a minute, yet ain't nothing going on. So, you know, I don't even, you know, that right there, people might be like, I don't even trust this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, I know y'all can let me know what y'all think, man. Let's keep going. All right, let's see in the trending section what is there. All right. Let us see. Look at this.
You have a channel?
Yeah, we're doing some interviews today. Such a good vibe.
What the? Oh, goodness.
Should we kill the kids in foster care? And
what?
Why not, if that's the case?
We should kill the kids in foster care that aren't wanted?
Who's going to take care of them? I need to know the percentage of people who take children from foster care and abuse them and molest them, who make them like personal slaves.
We should just kill them.
Statistics before you come to me talking about pro-life.
We should kill the victims of molestation.
I think, what does this have to do with molestation?
You just mentioned people molesting children. We should kill the kids in foster care is what you said.
What I'm saying is in general, overall. If I don't want to have a baby, I should have to have a channel.
Yeah.
To
just don't have sex then.
Even as teens, people explore. And it's like, as funny as you want to be, people should still have the choice. I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child.
I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
What?
Just don't have sex.
Yo! Why did she? What?
You have
What the heck?
She just punched me in the face. We were just doing
Yo.
a street interview with my camera, and everything was fine for over 20 minutes or however long we were filming, and then she just punched me in the face.
What kind of?
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Yo.
For live action, Savannah Craven Anteo joins me now. Savannah, oh my goodness, I see the bandages on your forehead. I know you went to the hospital. Let's start with how are you doing?
I am doing okay, honestly. The accident could have been much worse. I guess it wasn't an accident. It was definitely on purpose. But I'm doing all right. I got
What
some
is
battle
wrong with
scars,
that lady?
but we're here.
That's New York, ain't it? I think is that New York? Because New York people just be aggressive for no reason, bro.
Well, I'm curious, stitches? What happened at the hospital?
Yes, so no broken bones, but I did have to get 2 stitches right below my eyebrow. And I've obviously got a very shiny pink eye here.
My goodness, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that happened to you. I imagine you've been doing some of these man on the street interviews, asking people their opinion, obviously with people that disagree with you as well when it comes to a very heated issue, the issue of abortion. Have you ever seen anything like this? Did this come out of complete left field? Did you know you could be in a situation where something like this could happen?
What kind of stupid question
For live
is that,
action.
bro?
To other people, I've seen this happen, but it was in a moment where I never thought this was going to happen to me. I live here in the city, and I'm very used to dealing with out-of-control protesters and abortion supporters, but there was no lead-up to this altercation.
that was just...
It was like we were having a conversation, and all of a sudden, she just lets loose on my face.
And to what do you attribute that, Savannah? I mean, you're having a conversation. It does sound like you're debating each other a little bit, and you didn't see this coming. Like, well, it's hard to explain another person's irrational motivations, but just she'd reached the end of the argument. She had nothing left but physical violence.
It seems so. The left and many abortion supporters, they don't like a differing opinion. They don't like their
Okay, let's not say that now. Come on now.
opinion to be challenged. And I believe what happened here was, like you said, we got to the end of the argument. I was repeating back the things that she had stated to me. To other people, I've seen this happen.
But
Just
yeah,
don't have sex.
this
Have a channel.
this is crazy right here. This lady, see this is why when men be saying ladies just don't like to be wrong. Mind you, I don't think clearly the argument pro-life and all that good stuff, that's cool, but the lady caught her in her bullshit in what she was saying, right? In the sense of, I'm just talking about, what she was like, you should murk them all. And she's like, you should murk it. She was like, no, I'm not. She was like, that's not the point. But she was like, what? She just caught her in that, gave her back her words, right? And this lady had too much pride. Like we always say, not all ladies, but there's a good portion of ladies that don't take accountability. This is a real thing that really, when men be saying it, y'all can see it happen in real time. Ladies, really, not all ladies, I keep saying not all, but for the most part, or for a good portion, women tend not to take accountability for shit. This is not an issue of the pro-life and all that. It's just her pulling the word back to her, and I guess she realized she was, wrong or something, and I didn't say that, and that it just resort to fisticuffs. Like, I don't even understand how this, like, it doesn't even make sense to me. You can just walk away, right? Like what is like? Why did you? Don't play with me, and you forgetting it's being recorded. That's a charge right there. It's on the news. Your face is everywhere. People see. That's a charge right there. I mean, you probably don't care about the charge, but now you look even worse. You look even stupider. You made your point less. Less like now. That's the thing about once you involve violence into a point. Arguments, bro. If you can't have that discussion, don't have the discussion. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. Going to violence only makes somebody think whether your point was right or not. It just throws away all the things you've been saying. You know what I'm saying? It completely just, now it's about oh, so you couldn't even win the argument, so you just stop punching. Now that whole topic, now people like she just said at the end, like old girl was saying right here, pro-life people don't like to whatever.
To other
Not
people,
pro-life, whatever.
I've seen this happen, but it
Let's
was
see
in a
what she said
moment
one
where I never thought this was going to happen to me. I live here in the city, and I'm very used to dealing with out of control protesters and abortion supporters. But there was no lead up to this altercation. It was like we were having a conversation, and all of a sudden, she just lets loose on my face.
And to what do you attribute that, Savannah? I mean, you're having a conversation. It does sound like you're debating each other a little bit, and you didn't see this coming. Like, well, it's hard to explain another person's irrational motivations, but just she'd reached the end of the argument. She had nothing left but physical violence.
It seems so. The left and many abortion supporters.
This right here, this is what it leads to.
They don't like a differing opinion. They don't.
It leads to people. Mind you, the argument it's a good discussion to have. You know what I'm saying? But now because of her actions, all that violence, it just throws away anything. Mind you, she was just not the person you should be talking about something like that. She's not intellectually there enough to have that debate. Not saying she's not a good person or she's not a whatever. Just not everybody is a good debater. Not everybody can pull good points. Some people just don't even have good points. You know what I'm saying? Maybe her reason, whatever. But once you go to the violent route, it just, what's it called? It invalidates or not validates, devalues, whatever. The things you're saying, like you were saying, your whole point, right? Now she can say something like that. This is all the people that's on this side, that's how they act. You know what I'm saying? When they don't have anything, which is not true. Let's be realistic. That's not true, right? You just run into somebody that doesn't know how to, that wasn't intellectually there enough to give you, a good discussion. Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people, on the street is not a good place to find a good discussion on it. You know what I mean? That's just getting general, and this is what you get. General people, if you really want to get a good discussion about something, don't just go to the street. The street will give you every and anybody. That doesn't mean you're right, doesn't mean they're right. Doesn't mean you're wrong, doesn't mean they're wrong. Because you're not having a logical discussion with somebody. You're just having a regular discussion with anybody. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of what, you know what I mean? But this is crazy. I ain't going to lie. Y'all can let me know what y'all think, bro, because this is insane. All right. Look at this one.
Breaking news coming in from Andaman and Nicobar Islands. An American tourist has been arrested in India after sneaking onto North Sentinel Island, a restricted tribal reserve, and leaving a can of Coca-Cola and coconut as offerings to the Sentinelese, one of the world's most isolated tribes. 24-year-old Mikhailo Polyakov, you saw his picture over there on our screens, would request to play that picture again. This guy sailed 25 miles on a makeshift boat, landed briefly on the island, filmed it on a GoPro and fled, putting an entire uncontacted people at risk of disease and death. Remember, there are some strict rules for that particular area, for that island. That's the man on your screen. Experts have slammed the stunt as quote-unquote reckless and idiotic, warning that common germs like measles or flu would wipe out the entire tribe, which has zero immunity. The Sentinelese have violently rejected all contact for decades. Polyakov violated India's strict no-contact laws put in place precisely to prevent this type of dangerous intrusion. He remains in custody and his GoPro and boat have been seized too. Authorities are now investigating his movements across the region. Earlier in 2019, American missionary John Allen Shaw visited the island and was also killed by the tribesmen. Breaking news coming.
See that man out there doing dumb stuff, man.
Islands. An American tourist has been arrested in India after sneaking onto North Sentinel Island, a restricted tribal reserve, and leaving a can of Coca-Cola and coconut as offerings to the Sentinelese, one of the world's...
Have y'all seen that movie, The Gods Must Be Crazy? I think that's what he's doing this from. I don't know if y'all seen the movie. I think it's The God Must Be Crazy, right? Where, Coca-Cola and some shit like that. This is why people do not respect, and this... what was he thinking, bro? This is that content over every. What was he thinking? Right? Some people do some stupid things, man. some incredibly stupid things just for content. Just for content. You heard that previously a guy went there and was murked by the people. So you said, no, you ain't going to risk your life and go there. You're just going to drop some things and leave. And you recording why? For content, right? And if the whole tribe gets wiped out, you don't care. You American. They ain't going to touch me. They ain't going to do nothing. We need to stop that shit, bro. We need to stop that, bro. For real. Right? I don't know what mindset he went in there with. You know, I don't know if he's a TikToker or not TikToker, a vlogger or a streamer or something. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, like how streamers go. I don't know if y'all know that there's a whole like new trend or meta or whatever that's going on where you know, American citizens go out to different countries. Not all of them though, but some people do it. Some streamers do it, and they just go there and just embarrass the country. You know what I'm saying? Embarrass them. You know what I'm saying? The American name out there. Doing those sorts of things because they feel, you know, Trump is in power right now, whatever it is. So, you know, they can't really, no country is going to test, you know, because America, you know. But this right here is stupid. What's wrong? I don't get it. This is just plain wickedness, bro. Stupidity and wickedness. What did he think? What you left a can of Coke for who? I don't even understand. What did he think was? Okay, y'all can let me know what y'all think, bro. I just wanted to pull this to our attention. You know what I'm saying? Because this is crazy. This is just insensitive. This is it's wild. Look at this.
Imagine if I had done any of this. Let me just. I just want to be clear about this. Imagine that.
Bro, I got a point. You got a point, though.
Imagine if I had pulled Fox News' credentials from the White House press corps. You're laughing, but no, this is what's happening.
Legit.
Imagine if I'd said to law firms that were
Bruh, I ain't seen this man stutter before, but this man stuttering because, you know, he usually takes his time to talk, but he's stuttering this time. You can tell there's a lot of emotion involved in it. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, I don't really like to deal on political topics, but it was just too good.
Representing parties that were upset with policies my administration had initiated, that you will not be allowed into government buildings. We will punish you economically for dissenting from the Affordable Care Act or the Iran deal. We will ferret out students who protest against my policies.
That's serious. That's not democracy at this point. Real talk. No, you know.
It's unimaginable.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That the same parties that are silent now would have tolerated behavior like that from me. Or a whole bunch of my predecessors.
That's true.
So, and I say this not on a partisan basis. This has to do with something more precious, which is, who are we as a country and what values do we stand for? Imagine if I had done any of this. Let me just. I just want to be clear about this.
No, this is serious though, for real. Like let's be honest. You know, I'm not gonna say too much past. You know, I'm just letting the video play and say this real quick. But what he's saying is true though, right? Everybody that's you know what I'm saying, championing this whole thing, just understand what he's saying. Look at what he's saying. If your decision changes based on who is there and not based on the seat itself, that tells you a lot. That tells you it shows you where your values lie. Right? Not based on the seat, not based on that power of president seat, not that seat, but because of who is in there is where your values change. That tells you what you truly believe in. Period. I'm not going to say past that. Those that know. And the crazy part about it is that those that have blocked their minds to it, whatever he's saying, what we're saying, what I'm saying, it doesn't matter because their minds is solely based on who is there, not based on the seat, not based on the you know what I'm saying? We'll leave it at that. Y'all can let me know what y'all think. If he's tripping, if I'm tripping, if other, whatever, I definitely want to hear people's opinions on this because I think it's very obvious. It's very clear. It's very obvious. You know what I'm saying? So we'll leave it at that. All right. Let's see right here. All right, we got some good ones right here. Let's start right about here.
Women have a hard time taking responsibility. We have a hard time being shown ourselves. And I've come to realize that women are very, very prideful. Like men have egos, but women are very prideful. And the reason why we have a hard time being shown who we are is because the opposite of pride is shame. And we don't want to feel that shame because it is very painful. Wow. But let me tell you something. You have nothing to be shameful about simply because you're imperfect. We are all imperfect.
Exactly.
One of the best gifts you can give your husband is when he says, babe, this is how I'm feeling. This is what I see in you. This is where you can improve. This is the adjustments I think that you can make, is to sit back and think about it and then say, you know what, babe, I can see where I could do better in that area. I'm sorry for making you feel that way. I don't want you to feel that way, right? Eat it, because that's going to give you the relationship you're actually fighting for. Women.
All right. My point to this, you all know, this is me right here, not her. I'm talking about this is my beliefs is different when it comes to relationships, right? But I feel like there's two ways. There's the way she's talking about, right? If you want to work on your relationship, be open to, cool. My whole thing is, if I even have to do all that, you know what I'm saying, then it's cool. I want something that's seamless, that's smooth. The problem shouldn't be us. The problem should be everything else outside of us. Now, how realistic is that? Probably not so realistic. Cool. There, minute issues addressed, cool. But I feel like to the point where, it gets to this point where you're not willing to listen, instantly I'm gone. There's no point. You don't care about me if you only want your points to be heard and not mine. It's very simple, right? If I'm having to say more than a speech, like one sentence to explain myself, and I'm out. I'm not debating with you. I'm not asking no questions. I'm gone. Now, if you're the kind of person that wants to, you believe in talking things out, that's very fine as well. But you have to be receptive. You can't only be trying to, because she's saying, ladies, we see it all through social media, all the good stuff. Oh, man, this, man. But I always tell you, when you pointing a finger like this, what is going on? All these, you only pointing one. Guess what? All these are pointing back. It's usually a reflection of yourself. Everything you're looking for someone to correct in themselves, if you look at yourself, you're going to see that imperfection too. We are human. Once you feel that it's not my fault, like that's the thing. Before you bring something to someone's attention, make sure that you yourself are perfect. This is why Jesus, if you're a Christian, says, before you cast a stone, what about you? You're about to cast that stone. What did you do? Right? And this is, if you can think that way, but society these days, being realistic, ladies are just pampered. You know what I mean? You can't address them. It depends on how you talk to me. It depends how you did it. But they can address men. Oh, you're a man. You should be able to take it because you're tough. No. You pointing at me. You got three fingers. You only pointing one finger at me. There's three fingers pointing right back at you. The reason you notice that is because you notice the imperfection in yourself as well. So address that, or accept the fact that once I'm about to tell you about this thing, you probably going to tell me something that's wrong with me. So we now need to fix something. We both need to fix something. That's if you want to go that route. If you want to go my route, hey, if it's not smooth, I start feeling that friction, you know what I'm saying? And it's not something that can easily just be adjusted. It's not a minute thing. I'm out. blitzo. I'm gone. This is me. I'm not trying to tell anybody to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm very comfortable with being alone. I am very, very comfortable with being alone. And if you're comfortable with being alone, you don't take no bullshit. And that's just me. Now, some people are not that. And that's the part. You got to know who you are, know yourself, and know, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's relationship should not be the same. Should not experience, exactly. No, it's not. That's not realistic. And that's not even cool. We're not robots. We're not all the same. We all have different variations. We human. We got, you know what I mean? So I agree with her. If that's the route you're going to take, you know what I'm saying? But yes, we need to, I say we, she said ladies, and this is true. You know what I'm saying? I've said this, ladies tend to have a problem with accountability, you know what I'm saying? But not all ladies. I've met some wonderful ladies that, just being real, like, you know what I'm saying? I've seen some, I've heard, yeah. But I'm saying we, male, female, right? We need to, you hear me? But y'all can let me know what y'all think. Is she right? Am I wrong? Is she wrong? Am I right? Is, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Let's see another one.
Why are black women the least married? One of the reasons is selfishness. They are taught from a young age all of the things that a man is not capable of doing before they even know what a man is. They are taught they'll cheat, they lie, all of these things. They're taught a list of bad behaviors from the experiences of the women who dealt with these men. And then when that woman is past 30 and don't got no man and don't got no prospects, then those same people who were encouraging her to be single and not waste her time and focus are the same ones like, you ain't never gonna have no kids. You ain't gonna get married. While you're growing into the woman that you're gonna be, it's best to be growing with a man. When you just been out there focusing on you got your own house, your own apartment, your own car, your own this, your own that, you become selfish. Oh, well, I just have OCD. No, you're just neurotic. You just got nagging syndrome because you've been so selfish and so moving at your own pace and only doing what you want to do that now to incorporate somebody else into that lifestyle, you can't do it. Why are black women the least?
Hey, look, my whole thing is, I don't have a problem if you OCD or whatever you say. Just be comfortable being alone and don't try to knock other people from doing their own thing. If this is how you are, like how I am, see the way I am, I want something to naturally flow. I don't knock the relationships that people work on, like that, they have issues, they want to work on this. I don't knock it. It's just not my way. And I know that because I'm comfortable with being alone. That's just, you know what I'm saying? If you're comfortable with dying alone, cool. Just don't tell people, hey, no. Everybody has a different way of dealing with the relationship. Every relationship is different. You know what I mean? But she got the point. She gets salute to this lady, man. Because real talk, social media, you look at it now, it's queen. If you ain't doing this for you, if you ain't spending this money, blue, if you ain't doing this, he ain't giving you the word. That's all you see on social media. That's what the mamas tell their kids, mamas from the old time tell their kids. But if you look at the mama's situation, that thing they telling you didn't work for them, but they're telling you the same shit to try to do it your time. And when the thing doesn't work, they're still the ones that's going to be pressing you. That's why they tell you don't listen to people, right? Look at this. Look at this. Just take a look at this real quick. Look at this right here. Look at this. It says Ryan Coogler's wife paid for his first movie writing software that cost $300. He didn't have $300? I'm not dating him if he ain't got no money. If he ain't got his life together, I don't want him. Fuck that. Nah, I don't want him. When he didn't have the money to pay, $300? All right. Why he ain't got no job? Nigga, go get a job. Nigga, I don't want no nigga that's just chasing his dream, ain't got no job. Today, he's the first black man to write 2 movies making $300 million in 1 week. All y'all ladies that want already made cake, because you feel that when the person, you know what I'm saying, if you try to help somebody when he's at the beginning, when he gets there, he's going to leave you. Even that already made cake is going to leave you still. You know that, right? You're going to come to that man that's already worked and grinded hard for his shit. He doesn't value you. Well, I'm saying, but he doesn't value your opinions mostly. But why? Guess why? You didn't help him make that money. You just want to eat that money. Right? Look at this. This is a woman that's willing to. This is the thing. That's the thing, right? If this is not you, don't do it. Let's not, you know what I'm saying? But if this is you, you need to look within yourself, right? Because we all, yo, especially, I'm saying this about women especially. Men tend to want to most men don't care how much a woman makes. Right? They don't care. They want to provide, they want to protect. What men really want is support. It's not even hard. Peace. What does a woman want? She wants money, protection, this. Not all women, mind you, not all. But if you can, bro, as I'm saying, this is same a 50-50 chance. If you get with that, it's going to be 50-50. But I'm telling you, listen, it's actually, to be realistic, there's more of a chance that if a man falls out of love with you when you helped him grind, he will still feel indebted to you regardless. He will still feel indebted to give you something even if you're about to split. As opposed to the man that you're coming that's already made. He's going to see you as property for the most part. Most of these guys. Because they understand that you like him. Yeah, they might think you like him because they look good. But they know that because they know your standards. They know that if they got broke right now, you would dip out. So they treat you like property, just like that money that they used to spend on you. That's why I keep telling women that if you don't take me out on a date to this place or that place, if you don't buy food for me, if you don't do this, men know this is how to get you. For them, it's buying you. I'm telling you, once you put a monetary value on your time, that's how much your time costs. You put monetary value on your love, that's how much your love costs. If niggas feel he don't bought that love. Woo. And he's going to treat that love like property. He's going to treat you like property. He's going to stay here. Don't go here. He's not going to be getting your opinions because why should I listen to somebody that just came in to enjoy the glory when they weren't there from the grass point? Even you as a lady, think about what I'm saying. Let's just assume you have a business, right? Or forget that. Your family members, when you were grinding your business, whatever it is, they weren't supporting you. You finally make it. Now your family comes in. Yes, they're family, but you're still not going to treat them. You're not going to take their opinions important. Why? Because they saw you when you were grinding. They didn't give you all that effort. Now you don't made it. They're coming through. You're going to support them, yeah, but you're not going to listen to their opinion. Their opinions don't matter to your, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. I don't know if women think about it that way because it's very obvious, but I don't think they think about it. They think about it that he ain't hardworking, he ain't doing this, bro. Okay. Look at this lady. You think he's gonna be bro, come on, man. You think he's talking to her like, look at this head cat. She invested into him. As a man, there's a certain level of pride. This is real shit. As a man, there's a certain level of pride. It takes him to degrade himself or whatever to ask for help. Now, there's a certain level of pride that holds him that even if things don't work with this lady, he feels that he's indebted to her. He has to give her what she owes. So he doesn't feel like he's indebted to her. As a man, that's that pride. That's one thing that women don't understand. Some women, not all. So regardless of however he going to say, even if he opens his mouth and says, oh man, I did it on my own. Inside of him, there's that pride that would haunt him. I promise you. Go ask men. If you think I'm lying, go ask men. A man would rather do it on his own and go up so then he can treat you as he wants to treat you. Damn for, you know what I mean? So when you labor with him, whether the thing works or not, because as I said, it's 50-50. You never know. There's no guarantee that your relationship will work no matter what you think. There's never a guarantee. There's never. I promise you. You might think your relationship will work. This person, he's hitting all the right buttons. You don't know. Maybe the nigga be cheating all this stuff. That's why cheating is a thing, though. You never know. You just never know. I'm going to leave it like that, though. Y'all can, let me know what you think in the comment section. Crucify me, don't crucify me. Who cares? Let's go one more. Look at this.
I don't want my husband to just work and pay bills. I don't want him to not have a hobby. I don't want him to not have healthy mental health. I don't want him to not have savings. I don't want him to work and slave all day, every day to take care of my bills, our bills, and me just sit there and not contribute anything.
That sounds like love to me.
This is coming from a young lady who has never been married.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any kids.
Mm-hmm.
I have a dog. I'm fully educated,
Mm-hmm.
pay my own bills right now,
Mm-hmm.
and it is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I have a great career, and it is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So when I think of getting married and building with someone or coming together and bringing our assets together,
Mm-hmm.
I could never lay in my bed knowing that my husband has no life and no freedom and maybe no peace
Mm-hmm.
because all he does is work and pay bills.
Sounds like a woman that has empathy and genuine love. I mean, with love comes empathy. She's single. She about to be taken. Watch. Just watch. Before long, if this woman pops up again, she gonna, because she's saying all the right things. How can you love somebody and it's all about you? That's not how love works. That's not how. Love is the most selfless emotion. To be realistic, it's the only selfless emotion. If you love somebody, you think about the person before you even think about yourself. This is a fact. If you scratch that, if you love something, not even somebody, something. If you love something, you think about that thing before you think about yourself. How you know you don't love something? You are selfish, right? You're self-centered before you think about that thing. That's how you know. It's very easy. That's why I always say, if it's not natural, if it's not smooth, it's over with. That's why I believe in the way I believe my thing, right? I'm very comfortable. I love myself enough. You know what I'm saying? I am very comfortable with dying alone. I am cool. Before I would, you know what I'm saying? She sounds like a woman that understands. She's single, but I'm pretty sure she sat down and thought about this shit. She's like, I'm struggling and doing all, she just said it. I'm struggling and doing all this. Then I get with a guy, then he gets to deal with double of this issue. Oh, no, yeah, that's crazy.
So that I can enjoy. As if he doesn't deserve to enjoy. I truly want a partnership, but I don't want my husband to just work and pay bills. I don't want him to not have a hobby. I don't want him to not have healthy mental health. I don't want him to not have savings. I don't want him to work and slave all day, every day to take care of my bills, our bills, and me just sit there and not contribute anything.
What she's saying, this lady understands what love is. Not provide for me, not marriage, not a relationship, love. See, this is the thing. Most people just want to get married. Most people just want to get in a relationship. They don't want to love. This is a fact. They just want that title. And I keep telling y'all, when you chase the title, you take whatever comes with it. When you chase the content look, I tell you all this a lot on this channel. Never judge a book by its cover. This applies to everything in life. Don't judge anything by the outward appearance. Yes, that might attract you to it initially, but once you see the content is not what it is, split. If you think you're going to deal with just being superficial, I promise you in the long run, you're going to realize that you've wasted your time. Bro, love is selfless. It's very easy to know if somebody loves you or not. It's the simplest thing in the freaking world. Are they selfless towards you? Or are they self-centered? That's I'm telling you, long and short of the story. That's it. If you think she loves you, that's why she's telling you, do this for me, do that. Acts of service is her love language. You failed. That woman doesn't love you. That's bullshit. That's capital bullshit. When you love something, I'm not talking about even someone. When you love something, you think about that thing before you think about yourself. That's a fact. You can argue with me all day. Let me know in the comments for sure. You can argue up and down, but that is a fact. That's what love is. period. It's selflessness. Love sacrifices. Tough love. That's why when they say tough love, when your parents is whooping your ass, they like, it hurts me more than it hurts you. I mean, literally, physically, nah, you know what I'm saying? You feeling the pain. But emotionally, they don't want to hit you because they see themselves in you. They probably don't talk to you so many times and you didn't listen. So they like, okay, this is the only way to get them. I love this person so much. I want this person to change. I'm willing to do something that's uncomfortable for me just to get the point across. They might not like me for this, but at the same time, I love them so much. I don't want them to go the wrong way. So I'm going to try. That's what love is. Love. Not the point of, no, it's all about me. Oh, you ain't showing me that you love me. Once it's about qualifying to your standard, you don't love that person. Fact. Take that to the bank. This is how I feel. This is me, by the way. If you got rebuttals, let me know in the comments. Once you're saying this and this and this is not met, I'm not fucking with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm talking about, right? That's not love. Now, I always say balance love with logic. But love needs to be the first thing that's there. There is love at first sight. That is a thing. Yes, you can call it lust, whatever it is. But that feeling is what we're talking about. It's an emotion. Love is an emotion. You understand that? It's not something that it's an emotion. Love is an emotion. Emotions are not something you control per se. You can how do I put it? You can manage it, but you need logic to manage it. But the feeling, it's an emotion. It's a feeling. But you should balance it. I always say balance it with logic. But the emotion is the first thing you feel. So my point to what I'm saying is, bro, if you with someone that doesn't love you, you going to know right now. Because as I just said, are they selfless towards you? Are they willing to sacrifice for you? And you yourself. If you don't love somebody, you're going to know right now, because are you selfless towards that person? How do you feel? Do you think about them first? When you're trying to go get food, do you think, damn, is this person eating before you get your food? You know what I'm saying? It's just very simple. Love is selfless, period. There's no if, buts, and maybes. That's what love is. Now, you balance it with logic, you know what I'm saying? So you're not just, extremely just, you know what I mean? But that's why love is the most dangerous emotion. It literally would have you sacrifice your life for nothing. The person might not love you, but you love them, and people going out. You get what I'm saying? It should be balanced. I always say balance it with logic, and it should be mutual. If it's not mutual, move. Because one thing about emotions, I always say, emotions, just like everything in this world, nothing lasts forever. Fact. Even that love you feeling, that's a fact. It's an emotion. It doesn't last forever. So understand that, right? All right. Shout out to old girl right here, though. Real talk. She about to get wifed up. All right, let's see this.
When you go outside and you deal with your homeboys and stuff like that, the reason why it's so fun and enjoyable to you is because they're not asking follow-up questions. They're not saying, hey, bro, are you good? Like, let's talk about it. Like, let's dissect this. Like, they're not doing that. So, of course, that's more fun to you, because you don't have to actually deal with any of the stuff that you are struggling with. You're running, you're a runner, you're a track star.
Wow.
That's what you're doing.
Okay.
You just want to run away when it gets hard.
It's not that our boys don't ask follow-up questions per se. I think it's that our boys don't judge us for what we bring to them, right? Or take it personal, what we bring to them. I think oftentimes women in relationships forget who the man is that is talking to them when we bring up these grievances, right? So if I bring up, hypothetically speaking, if I bring up a grievance in which you're the culprit, most women are going to take that personal, and they're going to get very, very, very defensive. Yep. You understand? Instead of understanding the source, understanding where it's coming from. This is not a stranger on the street that's telling you what you need to fix. This is not somebody that you just met one time at the job, a coworker or whatever, telling you what you need to work on. This is the man that loves you more than anything in this world. This is the man that's taking care of you. This is the man that's showing up for your son, or showing up for your daughter, or, helping your mom out when she need this, or your grandma out when she need that. This is that man, right? But instead of you processing it that way, that this is somebody that loves me, that's saying these things, you process it as if I'm somebody that's trying to attack you, right? And with our friends, that's not what we're getting. What you need to fix.
Oh my God! Look, I said what I said, and I could say much more on this topic. Honestly, I come from a world where two things can be true. That's why I can bite my lip and be quiet when my points are being made, and I can also say, sit here and okay. So she's still standing on what she's saying.
When you go,
isn't that proving what bro is saying? Falling back to my point, my previous point. That person don't love you, bro. If the lady feels that the guy is attacking her, she's not empathetic. I'm telling you, love comes with selflessness and empathy. If she feels you're attacking, she's not willing to even look into herself. She's not, because you need to think about it. As bro just said, this is somebody, right? It's not just anybody that's telling you, hey, look, man, this shit right here that you doing, I don't, it's kind of, it makes me feel this. The reason why you feel attacked is because clearly, to me personally, I don't think you love that person no more. I'm just being honest. You don't. Love is selfless and empathetic, sacrificial. That's why the Christians talk about the love of God, the love of Jesus, that he gave his life. So imagine if Jesus, according to Christians, right, said, hey man, I already know, how Christians say like you just can see the future. I know this person ain't about to do this shit. If the whole world ain't about to do it, bro, ain't about to come, I'm not doing this. Like, man, if half, man, I'm only doing this for half of the world. There's still got to be balance, good and evil. Oh no, I'm cool. I'm sacrificing my life for what? No, man. Love is empathetic and selfless. If she's not even willing to, you know what I mean? Yeah, nah, it's cool. To me, that's off the back. Off the biggity back, as for extra be saying, bro. For me, that's enough sign right there. Yeah, that's over with. There's no love there. It's really simple. This shit is not, to me, it's not even complicated no more. I'm just being honest with you. Once the love is gone, the love is gone. I don't think for me personally, I don't think there's a need for me to stay. I'm cool. I'm cool. Why? Because me personally, I'm comfortable being alone. Actually, I'm more of a loner anyway. So if I bring somebody into my space, emotions ain't enough for me. I'm the god of positive vibes. I can be positive on my own. I can vibe on my own. I don't, you know what I mean, respectfully. I can love you without being in a relationship with you. What I mean is I can love you without actually even wanting to interact with you, because we all one. I love everybody. But I refuse to bring you into my space or keep you in my space if I have to explain myself to you. If there's back and forth so unnecessary, this is me. I'm not saying for anybody else, respectfully. That's just me. Now, if you're the kind of person that likes to talk about stuff and you're trying to talk about it and the person is not getting it, they don't love you no more. There's no point. Let it go. It's just, to me, it's that simple. Right? Two things can be true, as she said right here, right? That, as she was saying, this is what she said.
When you go outside and you deal with your homeboys and stuff like that, the reason why it's so fun and enjoyable to you is because they're not asking follow-up questions. They're not saying, hey, bro, are you good? Like, let's talk about it. Like, let's dissect this. Like, they're not doing that. So,
madam, that's some bullshit lie. Do you understand that? I don't know what guys... See, maybe you're talking about women. No, that's a lie. That's a lie from the pit of hell, if you believe in hell.
of course, that's more fun to you because you don't have to actually deal with any of the stuff that you are struggling with. You're running, you're a runner, you're a track star. That's what you're doing.
The fact that she only, and this is the thing, the fact that she sees it as that is the issue, right? It's incredible that bruh gave her a perspective here, and she still, after he gives her the perspective, she still comes with this. Two things can be true. Two things for sure can be true. It sure can, but not for everybody, right? That what she's saying, she's making it seem like that's the only. No, madam. It's not only, bro. Why do you think he's with? When you hang out with the homies, there's no judgment, right? They're not forcing you to deal with something and all that. You're saying, cool, yeah. But it's because another thing is, if the homies realize something is wrong with you, they're gonna ask you a question. I don't know what kind of homies that you think men notice when things. We understand. Some guys like to deal with the things on their own, and some other guys like to talk about their issues. It depends on what kind of friends you have as well, right? And what makes that person your friend is that they know you. They know how to address you. Some men talk about their things to their homies. Some men don't. Some also watch for when the thing gets to the point where they got to intervene. While some let you just, figure it out yourself. We are men for the most part. Right? Men tend to want to handle shit on their own till it's overwhelming for them, and then they reach out for help. They don't want to, every time something is, you good, bro? And even simple, you good, is usually what, man, bro, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Why does he, if a man tells you he's good, yes, you know he's going through something, but he's telling you he's good because he wants to handle himself. You don't need to probe him. Oh no, tell me I want to hear that. That's the problem, right? We take your word. It's the homies. I know this nigga. Yeah, if you say he's good, even if he ain't good right now, if I know when things get tough, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going to intervene. You know what I'm saying? He gonna let us know. Shit going, you know what I'm saying? Because he knows he know we right there. We don't need to probe into this shit. You know what I'm saying? Nag him like, yo, bro, handle this bit.
You go outside and you deal with your homeboys and stuff like that, the reason why it's so fun and enjoyable to you is because they're not asking follow-up questions. They're not saying, hey, bro, you good? Like, let's talk about it. Like, let's dissect this. Like, they're not doing that. So, of course, that's more fun to you because you don't have to actually deal with any of the stuff that you are struggling with. You're a runner, you're a track star.
And it's so funny how a woman is telling you how you feel. A woman is telling us how a man feels. What the fuck are we talking about?
That's what you're doing. You just want to run away when it gets hard.
It's not that our boys don't ask follow-up questions per se. I think it's that our boys don't judge us for what we bring to them, right?
Look at her face. She can't even accept that. Don't have a conversation if you can't even, you know what I'm saying? The thing is, you don't have to agree, but accept it. Listen to try to she's not trying to understand. That's the automatic. I mean, it might be content. I think it's content, but I think that's why she's doing it just for content's sake. But it seems clearly, I mean, from her post as well, she's, it's clear that she didn't, process it.
Or take it personal, what we bring to them. I think oftentimes women in relationships forget who the man is that is talking to them when we bring up these grievances, right? So if I bring up, hypothetically speaking, if I bring up a grievance in which you're the culprit, most women are going to take that personal, and they're going to get very, very, very defensive. Maybe. You understand? Instead of understanding the source, understanding where it's coming from. This is not a stranger on the street that's telling you what.
When you go out.
Not somebody that you just met one time at the job, a coworker or whatever, telling you what you need to work on. This is the man that loves you more than anything in this world. This is the.
Maybe she doesn't feel that you. That's another thing. That's why I keep saying love is the first thing. Once you know somebody loves you, bro, I'm telling you, if you love the person and you know somebody loves you, you tend to be more receptive. I don't think, that's what I said. I think women just jump into relationships or situations, whatever it is, marriages just because of the title. They don't care about the content. The actual love is not there. They just want to be known as a woman that's in a relationship, that's married. I ain't no hoe. I ain't this. They don't, bro, because there's no way your kid is going to be telling you, hey, this is where it hurts me. And you're going to be looking at your kid and telling your kid, nah, you're wrong. What? You know what I'm saying? You see your kid limping, right? And you like, walk straight. Your kid that you spent 9 months to produce? Oh no. You get what I'm saying?
The man that's taking care of you. This is the man that's showing up for your son or showing up for your daughter or, helping your mom out when she need this or your grandma out when she need that. This is that man, right? But instead of you processing it that way, that this is somebody that loves me, that's saying these things, you process it as if I'm somebody that's trying to attack you.
Because if that's the way she's processing it, she does not love you. Period. This response right here simply tells me, bruh, nah. Anyway.
As of late, they have compared me to Kevin Samuels, baby. And you know what? I'm cool with that. Now, I was not the biggest fan of Kevin Samuels. I'm not going to lie to you. I did agree with some of the stuff that he said, but I wasn't his fan because I did not like the way that he went about doing it. But at the end of the day, sometimes you have to hear it straight and plain. Do y'all really think I don't like black women? I love black women. I adore black people. The people who I want to work for the most is my people, especially the woman, because I'm a woman. Like, let's call it what it is. Being nice and coddling y'all does not work. Holding your hand when I say this does not work because y'all do not listen to that. But you know what you do respond to? When someone is matter of fact. When someone is not nice about what they say. I have been a life coach for close to a decade. I've been telling y'all this. Any woman I have ever worked with that has been the most successful have been the women who are self-aware and accountable because they don't wallow. They know when they've made a mistake, they learned a lesson, and it never happens again. And on the flip end, the women who have the hardest time are the girls, the people who have no accountability within themselves or within the circle around them, the people who can do no wrong, the people who don't understand their flaws. Baby, when you can look your flaw in the face and say, you know what, I need to fix this, or say, you know what, because I understand I'm this way and maybe I don't want to change it, what can I do to make them more adaptable to be who I want to be? Black women understand something. Everything I'm saying to y'all is coming out of love. It's coming from a place of wanting to see us be better and do better and grow better. It's coming from a place of where I don't want to see y'all with subpar men anymore. Because the fact of the matter is, the reason why y'all hate men so much is because you keep choosing the bad ones. When your accountability goes up, when you start recognizing where you can be better, that's when you're going to get the man that you actually want. More importantly, that's when you're going to be the woman you actually want to be. Stay safe.
Y'all heard it from her, right? This accountability thing with sisters is, or with women, not all women, but as I said, with some women, it's the thing that keeps ringing true, even within women. Women will admit to themselves, like, it's real shit. Like, y'all know what the problem is. You just don't want somebody else to tell you. That's pride. That's what pride is. If you know what the problem, because they say the common denominator between your previous relationship, all your past relationship, is you. There's something that you're doing that you're the common denominator, right? This for male and female, but specifically when we're talking to as women that always think that they the shits. This is my thing. If you have standards and all that, that's cool. Stick to them standards, right? Right. If that's your standard, cool. That's fine. Deal with men that fit into that standard. But if it doesn't work, even after you've dealt with 3, 4, 5 men that fit into that standard and it still doesn't work, then maybe your standard is the problem, not the men. Or if you've dealt with different men from different demographics within that standard and it's still not working, then the problem is your standard. I said it earlier. When you point a finger, you got more finger. You pointing one finger, but more are pointing back at you. Meaning, whatever you're finding as a problem in somebody else, you need to look at yourself first. That's it. Kind of is like that. I ain't gonna lie. This is just on a spiritual basis, on a whatever basis. It tends to be like that. This person they ain't showing enough love. They ain't showing me love. Sit and ask yourself, am I showing love? How am I showing love? Is it the way that, am I showing them love the way I like to show love, or am I showing them love the way that they like to be loved? See what I'm saying? Like, when you're asking that person to show you love the way you want to be loved, ask yourself, is he trying to show me love the way he knows how to show love? And I'm just, because it's just, we trying to show love in different ways, so it's not really hidden proper. You see what I'm saying? When you try to point that finger, look back at this is in general with everything, not just relationships, and everything. Fact. We tend to see the issues in other people that we are displaying ourselves. It's a fact. Anyway, that's about it for me, man. I'm done today. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm doing. I don't know how long I'm pretty sure we don't clock 2 hours. But it's your boy Almighty, man. Got a positive vibe, Almighty vibes, you know what I'm saying? Go check out the music. You know what I'm talking about? Armageddon 9. You know what I'm saying? This is the LA Fire tribute I did. You know what I'm saying? Go check it out. I just also released the 420 song, Chill TFO. You feel what I'm saying? You hear me? That's it, man. You know what I mean? But go check it out. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, go check out the merch. You dig? You know what I mean? You might see something you like in her, you know what I mean? I ain't making no profit out this really, you know what I'm saying? I'm just be honest with you. Probably like $1 per thing. But it's just letting my creativity out, you know what I'm saying? And all that good stuff. So if you know, you're trying to join the Almighty Collective, you know what I mean? Tap in with that tapping. Of course, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see y'all next time. Stay mighty because we almighty. I am out here.
Almighty push.